Several years ago, I was talking with a 9-year-old TCK who had just returned to the US after spending most of her life overseas. She said something to me that I'll never forget. She looked at me and she said, "Mr. Todd, I don't know how to be rude here." Now that might sound like a strange statement coming from a 9-year-old girl, but wow. What a window into the mind and life of a TCK. In the culture she had grown up in overseas, there were certain behaviors that were considered respectful. But now here in the US, some of those same behaviors might be considered awkward or even rude. And at only 9 years old, this little girl was trying to figure out an entirely new set of social rules. For example, how close do I stand to somebody when I'm talking to them? How direct should I be? If I'm speaking to an adult, do I look them in the eyes or should I look at the floor? How does a person show respect to somebody else? What types of things make people uncomfortable here? Most 9-year-old children aren't thinking about those kinds of things every day, but many TCKs are. One of the things many people do not realize about third culture kids is that they become experts at adaptation, because adaptation is how they survive. They're constantly observing, constantly learning, constantly adjusting. Different countries, different languages, different schools, different expectations, different cultural rules. And many of these TCKs become incredibly skilled at navigating all of that externally, while internally carrying far more complexity than most people would ever see. That little girl's statement has stayed with me all these years because it reminded me how much emotional energy many TCKs spend simply trying to figure out how to function in the world that they find themselves in at this time. And for many of them, that process repeats itself over and over and over throughout their childhood. This is just one of the many aspects of TCKs that fascinates me, that draws my heart to them, and that makes me even more passionate about a ministry to them. Because many of these struggles that these children face are almost invisible to people around them. So as I do this set of videos, it's my hope to continue to shed just a little bit more light on some of the unique challenges and experiences that many TCKs face that most people never fully see or understand. Now, I know this might be a completely different world for some of you, and that's okay. So if you have questions or reflections as you watch these videos, feel free to leave a comment. I would love for this to become an ongoing conversation over time. That's all for today. Thanks for watching. See you next time.